Hey guys, how are we? Just wanted to shoot a quick video today and just say, hey, look, we did get a warning overnight. Basically looking at an article from Zero Hedge where an economist has basically said, hey, look, we're about to head into hyperinflation. And I know I've talked about this in the past and bang on about this like there's no tomorrow. But it's really important, and there's a reason why I think it's actually very, very important that you take note of this. Real assets will actually carry you through during times of geopolitical, financial, and economic instability. At the moment, if we go through a significant hyperinflation, your savings are going to be absolute cactus. And the other ramification of that is actually your superannuation. So just keep that in mind when you're sitting down looking at your superannuation or your 401k or IRA or whichever part of the world that you're in. Just be mindful of that, because if you're the company that looks after your superannuation or retirement investment is not fully abreast on this, then you could find yourself in real trouble very, very quickly. And there's a reason for that, is that most superannuation funds and most investment funds only look at SMVs or securitized monetized vehicles. They don't actually look at the fine print of those investments. They're just looking at the return yield on that investment. So trust me when I say this is what a lot of people suffered during the 2008 financial crisis. But what we're about to go through and what we're going through at the moment, geopolitically, particularly between Russia and Ukraine, and we did see Medvedev yesterday basically say that, look, if the US continues to behave the way that they have been in conjunction with NATO, fighting a war via proxy through Ukraine, then they're going to nuke the US and Western Europe. Not that I want to be a doomsayer with that, but I just have to sort of say, hey, look, there's some real tensions brewing there. We've got tensions brewing with Taiwan and China, and really that's just a proxy between the US and China. Whoever holds that capacity to produce semiconductors basically will control the 21st century. So Taiwan is very much a flashpoint, and then you've got another flashpoint between North Korea, South Korea, and India and China, and the list goes on. We've got a whole list of points of interest in regards to geopolitical conflict, and then we have inflation, we've got economic instability, and all sorts of issues with that as well. The real thing that I wanted to sort of say today is, hey, look at your savings and your superannuation, because if this economist is right and we are about to head into a time of hyperinflation, your savings will be absolutely eroded in no time at all. Your superannuation will be worthless overnight. So just keep that in mind when you are looking at your superannuation and your savings. You want to be very cautious with those investments. There is a solution. If you're in the US, there is Augustus Precious Metals, or APM. There is a link in the description below. You can click on that link, and those guys have services and products that are tailor-made to look after people's 401k and IRA. If you're in Australia, there are companies like ABC Bullion, and a company that I also used quite a lot, and my family used this company almost on a continuous basis, and that was Ainsley Bullion in Brisbane. I think it's level 612 Creek Street, off the top of my head, because I've been there so many times. It's a bit clandestine getting in there. They do a background check and all the rest of it before you even get in there to trade bullion. But what I am sort of saying to you is you need to be very, very cautious with your superannuation at this point in time, even your savings and even holding cash. Because if we do enter into a period of hyperinflation, all of your hard-earned dollars are absolutely gone overnight. And if you are thinking about putting your superannuation or your 401k and IRA in a better, more secure situation for this period of time, then as I said, click on that link in the description below. I will also try and put, in the description below, a link to the article that I read and about hyperinflation. There is also another warning from Jamie Dimon. He basically said we're about to head through an absolute financial hurricane. And trust me, when those guys from those big investment firms and big banks start to talk like this, those guys are already getting out of certain investments. And I did read another article today in regards to bankers trying to mitigate their risk to lenders and borrowers. So they're all trying to get into physical assets at the moment. And there's another article that I took note of a week ago, and that is like a player's trading card. You know, they get these little trading cards from, you know, playing baseball and all this sort of stuff and basketball. There was a trading card that was just sold for tens of millions of dollars, and this is typical of what happens before you have an absolute financial bloodbath. You see people trying to get into pieces of artwork and also get into artifacts like trading cards or you know, vases or whatever. So just keep that in mind. All the indicators are there to indicate that we're about to go through absolute bloodbath financially and economically, and inflation is about to take off at unprecedented levels. And as I've said in previous videos, that is not because of people purchasing too much. That's because central banks have added too much money to the system. I did see an article also with Professor Neil Ferguson, who said, look, the interest rates are going to have to be up to 7, 8, 9, 10%. And this is exactly what I've been saying for the last couple of months. Your interest rate should be about 2% above your official inflation rate, your headline inflation rate. And whatever the real inflation is, who knows? Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Just wanted to shoot a quick video and take a bit of, 5 minutes off from our work day and basically just shoot a video and give you a bit of a warning and just say, hey, look, there are solutions available. As I said, Augustus Precious Metals, they specialize in helping people in the US look after their 401k and IRA. And as I said, there are companies in Australia like ABC Bullion and also Ainsley Bullion in Brisbane. So you can get in touch with those guys. But as I said, there is a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will chat with you soon.